Welcome to another video for this month's content. My name is Vikram Shetty, and you are watching a video for the community for sustainability research and analysis. It's an not a part two, but an extension of the topic that we recently discovered, which is degrowth. And this topic will try to figure out if benchmarking degrowth is possible. So I have few of my colleagues from the community who are a bit skeptical picking this topic, and they want to do more research in three good, but this was not the topic of their choice. And I still took this as a test or an experiment, if you say, to figure out what is possible and what can be done and why it is so. Why didn't they like this topic at all? So let's get into it. So the source of it. So what I did was I picked another book, Degrowth and Strategy: How to Bring About Social Ecological Transformation. The ebook is freely available. I'll mention the link to the book in the description of the video. And there was two links that was being shared by the community. One is degrowth.info and degrowth.org, and I found this book via this one of these links. And this is what they say is the more recent work that has been going on. And to my surprise, I learned that the movement, if I say so, started long back in 2008 in different areas. So it's not a something recent. Maybe post-pandemic, the tipping point might have come, but there has been a lot of work, and most of them you might be familiar in the space of sustainability that has been going on. Moving on to the core topic, I found this particular page very useful. Like uh, the common misunderstanding about the term degrowth, as if the word had, and you can read this slide, but it's not about reversing growth rates. It's not anti-technology. It's not reducing everything, and it's not exclusively local. I thought this was an interesting information. Now, what I did was in that link that was shared, like basically community is the ultimate benchmark for our own progress. So the society in whole is what could be a benchmark. Very difficult to measure as such, but let's give it a try if we had to. Uh, so the question is, can we benchmark degrowth? The short and maybe the easy answer is no. Uh, and I still would like to take an attempt to it. So let's see what does growth benchmarking means. Okay, this is one of the definition. The first definition I pulled out from Google. Growth benchmark is an proprietary index that removes guesswork from the strategy by making your data more actionable through improved context. Okay, so if this is the definition, can't we apply the opposite of it? Okay, and because the subject is, I understand it's it in a very initial phase, it's not been worked through, but that doesn't stop us from starting working on the measurement or the benchmark in particular in this case, and we can give it a try even if it is not fully mature. The work can be started is the I'm just sticking my neck out here, but that could be a possibility. So here, this is what I've done in this video. So I've read the book, like not read it completely. I've skimmed through it on the from the index, and I did a bit of a speed reading. And these are the 5 examples I picked from the book. And what I'm going to demonstrate is based on this 5 example, a bit of a different area. If you can observe, one is agriculture, one is meal on your table, one is technology, uh, the a paid working environment, and the other one is finance. So just trying to keep it diversified enough to get an idea how things are and what we can do. And one of the principles that I have used here is pretty much not reinventing the wheel. So if I think I can say confidently that when I say benchmarking degrowth, that doesn't mean that we have to come up with a new method or something. We don't have to invent anything. There are already tools for benchmark that has been successfully applied in the financial world, in the world of sustainability, and so similarly, in the same lines, we can make use what we have the most and see how we can put them together in a way that works uh, as an acceptable and a very nice tool of the benchmark. So these are the five topics. I will just share a little bit about each one and share the indicators with you, which I think shows a proponent of scope of benchmarking, if you may say. So that's the whole idea, and let's get into it. So the first one is in this Agroecology, there is a tool for performance evaluation. The link is already there. And some of the indicators, it is an extensive work that has been already done. And I saw secure land tenure, productivity, income, added value, exposure to pesticide, dietary diversity, and there are a few other women empowerment and so on. So these are the indicators already. Then there is a whole evaluation process, and definitely if there is a process, we can benchmark it. So it's pretty much something that we've already been done, and we can kind of cater to the measuring a degrowth. The second one is Copenhagen House of Food. So I was really impressed because this kitchen, like 60% without raising the procurement budget, they have provided the increase. And I think the pilot one helped feed 75% of the population, and then it moved to somewhere in the range of 90%. The link is there. You can go ahead and read it. And some of the indicators, they have the whole analysis of kitchen. So they analyze kitchen's operation, raw material of food wastage analysis, financial management, culinary quality, taste, greater in-house production, menu planning, nutrition calculation. So this is a standard process that they provide, and it's almost like an open source. You can go and learn from it. They also, I think, they provide help and all. So this is another area completely different, but they also are pretty mature in the sense. So at least the first two one are pretty mature. The next three one, they are not so mature. So just pick those example as area which might not be so much clear. So let's see. This is a link I found, like Low Tech Magazine. It's presents the research based on the problem and the limitation of high tech, and promoting a low tech pre-industrial technology to solve some of the problem. Okay, and very fascinating. It's a great resource I found. Uh, like someone who likes technology, they will love this site for just the simplicity and the abundance of opportunity that it presents. Okay, and it was so big. I talked about solar and other technologies that can be used, but I picked very one of the most simplest one, which everyone will understand, and that is how to build a low tech website. Everyone can do this. So the problem statement is that internet, as everyone knows, is becoming larger and rapidly growing, and is already taking 10% of global electricity production, and data traffic is getting double. So more the data, the more it takes energy it takes to transfer the data, and so on and so forth. And the metric there is very straightforward: page size, total request, load time, backups, automated job. There are a lot of technical indicators, and you can measure if your website, you can have a benchmark. We already have a benchmark, so you can have a degrowth benchmark very easily for the page of your website. So that is one area. It's a derived one, but still very interesting. This one was another example where everyone knows there is a need of a secure full-time paid employment, and how it is directly connected to the productivity. And if you have read the book less is more, my previous video I've mentioned about it. I'll also mention the link in the comments below. You can go and watch that. So how that the global north is using that for the growth economy, and how it is hazardous or like economically not sustainable. And there are straightforward indicators: long working hours, healthy working condition, and all. So basically, we can measure all the social indicators there, and definitely benchmarking can be done. The last one is in the financial sector, cooperative for common good, using money as a means to save financial system for common good. It's also called as, there is another variation of it is called public banking. You can search more about it. You can read it in the book as well. And here it's I would say, like, what I found was not specifically the indicators, but based on my experience with benchmarking and assessment. Uh, there are principles you start with similar to SDG goals. So those are high level principles, and then you can drill down and create indicators as we have targets in SDG. So here are three principles they talk about. First one is by providing and facilitating common good oriented financial goods and services. Second one is scope of activity and advocacy of for a democratic reshaping of financial system through political work. And the last one is financial literacy. So these are the principles, and then based on that, there are already successful use cases of Austria, and the book has a little in depth. But based on this principle, you can pick out indicators. Based on that, you can create scoring methodologies and stuff, and you can go ahead and find the benchmarks for it. Uh, Now, those were the five areas, and these are the links. I'll also mention this in the description of the video. And if you think that this was remotely useful for you, leave a like uh, to the video. And uh, if the like reaches more than 50, I will find five more uh, examples. I won't call them case studies. I'm pretty much, it's an exploratory research kind of a work where I put things together and present it to you. So if you think it was useful, and if you think it was too like naive or very of low quality in the way, like research was not too much insightful, please mention in the comment below. Let me know. I can understand how the broader degrowth metric can be like it misses the whole idea about one particular benchmark across. But uh, if you have been in this space, you already know that uh, it needs a systematic change. And when even in any complex institution on body, organization, organism also, each part might have different benchmark, and that uh, coexist and collaborate with each other to form that or derive to that core metric, if I may say. So that was the initial idea. But instead of resisting it like it's too young to do any kind of benchmarking, it's because the time is ticking. It was an attempt, but yes, all the feedback are welcome. Constructive feedback more than welcome. So I would wait and for your feedback, and if you like it, just hit the like button. Thank you very much. Bye bye.